Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the Back Office Show. I have here one of my old CPUs from a previous one of my... I lapped a bunch of them, so that's a lapped Sempron. I believe it's a Sempron. Vise, hammer, and a chisel. And I'll show you why I'm going to do this. Now, you might have heard of these various delidding mechanisms, such as cutting the silicone underneath there. I did try that, although I forgot to desolder the chip in question, so that didn't work. But another one apparently is called the vise method. So I'm going to try the vise method. And you know I don't care much about these old CPUs that I've got. But basically, as far as I can tell, you've got to put it in a vise. So something a little bit like that. So you see I've got the vise there. I'm just going to pinch. I don't think you have to really crank it. I think you just have to pinch. But to be honest, I can't see really any negative reason that you couldn't just keep cranking that and deform the heat spreader. That might put some stress on the chip. So that's fine. So you got it in the vise, so it's not going anywhere. And then the idea is you get like a wooden block or something against this edge. So you give it a gentle tap with the hammer. So I've got this chisel here, because the chisel's nice and flat, and it'll sort of evenly spread the load, because you can see a hammer, if you're trying to do that, you're going to like knacker it, you're going to ruin it. So you need something like that that's really flat. I think the edge of a chisel, I've seen people use a wooden block, that probably works, but chisel's better, guys. Just look at this old bent chisel here, like a banana. If you've got one of those lying around, just use that and you can see it'll sit really flat. So I think that's it really. I'm just going to try boshing it and hope that this chip in question actually doesn't have a soldered on heat spreader. Ooh. Right, well it certainly wasn't sort of jumping out there. Just having a quick look. It doesn't seem to have displaced it, but where I've seen it, they've used a big bench vise and they've had it basically on the bench. They must have given it a big old whack to do that. Let's try again. You might need a significant amount of force, and I'm going to grab it a bit harder in there because it didn't... it was trying to jump out. Oh! Ha! There we go. There she went. Look at that. Just checking, all the pins are actually still good. Look. The pins are still real nice. Yeah, that's good. That could be used. And there you go. Wow, it didn't damage anything. That's very unusual. There's the bottom piece there. Another heat spreader for my collection of heat spreaders. Nice, that's really nice. But yeah, let's look at this again. Oh, look, and it's just got regular sort of thermal compound on it, just like you find on the sort of heatsink. Yeah, I can see how these sorts of things can dry out. Really, I was sort of wondering why you might want to do it. Certainly, if it's a soldered-on chip, you don't want to do it. But yeah, I can see if you've got a chip that has a compound. So let's pretend I'm gonna do more stuff with this. Let's see if I can just get this silicone off further. Yeah. Actually, I wish this was a sharp chisel. If you actually just had a sharp chisel or knife, you could just sort of scrape that off. But I don't know if it's worthwhile. You might sort of damage the chip doing so, but let's have a little run. Let's keep away from those surface mount components there. You definitely do not want to remove those. I don't think this silicone is going to get in the way of anything you're trying to do, really. It's interesting they actually have a footprint here, though, for some other bits that they just didn't need to use. Yeah. You see what I'm doing here? Be super gentle, especially if this is a sharp one, because if it cuts into the PCB, you can see there's tracking under there. You're just going to ruin it. Just don't bother. Just do not bother doing this. Although I hear you ask, why are you doing it? Well, I'm probably not going to use this chip. I don't think I've even... I've definitely got the motherboard that'll take it. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother. We've got the Ryzen or whatever chip out now. Why would I go backwards? So there you have it. That is the vise technique. And to be fair, one of my more successful attempts at doing a delid. Hope that's been of some use to you. I'd like you to comment down below, but really, if you're going to comment telling me against my technique and stuff, that's fine. Don't bother taking me as the single source of how to do this, by the way. If you want to do it, just Google vise technique and find that there's loads of people who've got that. This is just a demonstration of being able to do it with whatever crap you have lying around in your garage. So that's me. So yeah, please comment down below, other than suggesting other people doing it better, because I acknowledge other people do it better. Like, subscribe if you're that way inclined, and as ever, thank you for watching.